friends. Welcome to another storytime video with Miss Esther. Woo! Today, I have another interesting story I would like to share with you. The title of my story is Why the Tortoise Has a Cracked Shell. I know you would like to know why the tortoise has a cracked shell, right? So stay tuned while we go down the storyline. Long time ago, there lived a tortoise and he was very cunning. He loved to deceive other animals and they hated him for that. One day, the birds were invited for a party in heaven. When the tortoise heard about it, he came up with a plan so that he would attend the party with them. He went to pay visits to the birds to tell them about his plan. When he got there, he said, "I heard you have been invited for a party in heaven." And they replied, "Yes." He went further to say, "Do you have a leader who is going to speak on your behalf?" They replied, "No, we don't." Then Tortoise said, "Take me with you, and I will speak on your behalf." The birds didn't like the idea, and they didn't trust the tortoise. They didn't want him to go with them because they knew he was cunning. But after thinking about it, they decided to let him go with them. Tortoise was so happy, then he asked, "How will I go with you, since I don't have wings to fly?" The birds then agreed to contribute feathers for him. Each bird gave the tortoise one feather. Mr. Tortoise didn't stop there. He went further to say, "One last thing. People in heaven are going to ask for our names. So I would suggest you choose your own names, but as for me, my name will be all of you." When they were done picking their names, the birds and the tortoise flew up to heaven to attend the party. By the time they got there, the party had started and everybody was having fun. It was time to introduce themselves, so the tortoise spoke on behalf of everyone, and he said, "My heavenly and honorable host, we come with our greetings from our land, and we are glad to be amongst you today. We look forward to having a great time. Thank you." All the animals clapped and cheered the tortoise. The hosts were very impressed and brought a tray filled with food to serve the tortoise and the birds. Immediately, Tortoise asked, "Whose food is this?" "It's for all of you." And then Tortoise smiled mischievously and ate all the food up, while the birds waited for their own food. But guess what? No other food was served. Now it was getting dark, and the birds were tired and angry. Then they realized that the tortoise had played a trick on them. This made them angrier. The birds had a meeting and decided they would take back their feathers from the tortoise. So they went to where the tortoise was sitting and plucked off their feathers from him. When they got set to fly back to Earth, the tortoise pleaded with them to send a message across to his wife. But none of them seemed to be interested. He kept pleading and said, "Since I don't have any feathers to get me back to Earth safely, please tell my wife to bring out all the soft chairs and beds and materials so that when I jump down, I won't hurt myself." The birds nodded their heads in agreement and flew back to Earth. Do you think they told his wife? Let's find out. When the birds got to the tortoise's house, they met his wife and told her that the tortoise had asked her to bring out all the sharp objects she could find in the house, like cutlass, nails, broken bottles, stones, and any other sharp object you could think of. Tortoise's wife went in immediately to get them all. When she was done, the birds gave the tortoise signal to jump down. Boom! Tortoise jumped down and fell on all the sharp objects and broke his shell. Oh, so sad. His wife tried fixing his shell back, but unfortunately, his shell was never smooth like it was before. So you see, friends, that is why tortoise has a cracked shell. Now, what is the moral of this story? 2 things you should pick out from this story. 1, it is not good to be greedy like the tortoise. The tortoise was so greedy, and that made all the animals hate him. And 2, it is not good to pay evil with evil. Even though the tortoise was cunning and did something bad to the birds, it was not nice that the birds had to do something bad to him in return. I hope you enjoyed my story, little friends. Thank you for listening to my story. See you in my next storytime video, and bye for now. Hello, we have a community of over 30,000 amazing parents just like you, where we learn and interact every day. If you'd like to join this community, drop a comment saying I am interested, or send a message to the WhatsApp number showing on your screen. See you there.